it's Rach and I'm going to be showing you what's inside my everyday makeup bag and how I use my everyday items with my everyday makeup look. I'm going to start with my sunblock. I just put like a dollop of it on my finger with clean hands all over my face. My face turns pink whenever I massage it. Next, I use a Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. I use the shade 2W2 Nude. I concentrated where I want the most coverage, but also on the areas that I need a little bit more moisture at the same time. This is gonna sound weird, but I leave it on for a little bit longer because I want the tint to stay on a little bit more, if that makes sense. Then I just use my hands. This has super duper sheer coverage, it's just a tint. And what I like is you saw that I have marks here. It fades it a little bit. I still see it, so it looks super natural, but it fades it. The uneven pigmentation isn't as halata. Then, with my Wet n Wild concealer, I just put a little under my eyes and where my pimples are. Usually what I do, the places where there's concealer on my pimples and dark marks, I leave it on a little bit longer and I spread the ones under my eyes with my ring finger. I spread it all the way up to under my eyebrows because there's hair growing under my eyebrows now, just to lighten up the area. I do a line of concealer right in the middle of my nose so that I don't have to do bronzer or contour so that it looks matangos na agad ilong ko. There, little secrets. I still keep the areas, like my pimple areas with concealer on. While waiting, I'm going to do my brows and I use it with my MAC Deep Dark Brunette Brow Liner Pencil Crayon. Almost all MAC brow products have a spoolie in the end. Almost all. So with this, I only do the sparse areas. I don't carve a new brow, unlike if I have special events, I would usually really shape my brow. This one, no. I just fill in where hair didn't grow so that it looks even. I don't want it to look too halata because in my everyday makeup look, I don't want it to look like I put a lot of makeup on. Which we really won't. Well, to me, it's not a lot. There. Having brows just make everything look so much neater. Okay, great. Next, blend the concealer super lightly because I want the coverage still on the areas where I need it. But then if you see clearly, you can still see the marks, which is weird that I like that you still see the marks in my face. So it doesn't look like plakado ako. It looks like, oh, okay, she's just more refreshed and she has a little bit of pigmentation on her face. That's fine with me. Before I go on, I'm going to put my chapstick. This is super rugged already. This is the Duo chapstick in strawberry and banana. I would put strawberry on one lip and banana on the other and mix it. Since I have creams all over my face, it'll blend better if I continue using liquidy or creamy products. So next, I'm going to be using my Glossier Cloud Paint in Dusk and Puff. I mix them together. I would have a little bit of Dusk and a little bit of Puff, so you can see. And with my two fingers, I mix. So this is where I put my blush. I love the whole drunk blush look, so I put it here, like by the corner of my nose, up to like the middle of my eye. So I just apply whatever's on my fingers there. And then with the excess, I put it on my eye, which isn't a lot. I just want a little bit of tint behind my eyes. It's super little, you can barely see any of the tints by my eyes. And then now that there isn't any product on my fingers anymore, that's when I blend. I blend using patting motions. I love it. I feel like tapos na siya when I have this. To keep the creams, I have my ColourPop Ultra Shock Cheek Highlighter in Lunch Money. Sira na siya ng onte. I use my ring finger and I pat it. I put it above my cheekbones. I use my pinky to put it in the corner of my eye. You see? It brings like so much light to my eyes. To the bridge of my nose a little bit, whatever is excess. And to my cupid's bow, just the excess. I would usually use any loose powder, makeup loose powder, and this one is the glossy powder. This is the only part of the whole makeup look that I use a brush. This is my Japanesque brush. It's a blush brush. Even if it's a blush brush, I love using this all over my face because it's not too big and fluffy. Just coating my brush, and I'll put it first under my eyes because that's where there are creasings, and keep the concealer there. I prioritize mostly where I want the concealer to stay. So under my eyes and the areas that I have dark marks, like my pimple areas. And then lastly, my oily areas, which is my nose and cheek area, which is my T-zone basically. And why do I use loose powder instead of foundation powder? Because it's a lot lighter and mas kumakapit siya sa lahat ng light products. Masyadong makapal yung foundation powder for me, so this is nice and subtle. It will keep all the oils at bay. And it won't disrupt all the color that I already put on my face. Because if I do have foundation powder and I use that on top, it will remove all of the color that I just put. Last two steps. I love to curl my lashes because I have such small eyes, so having lashes up and about really helps. It makes the slightest difference on me, but then that small difference has a big impact there. As you can see, especially with this eye. It's not a lot, but it really helps me wake my eyes up. Last but not least, I use a liquid lipstick. I like liquid lipsticks because they last longer, and I like using a nude one. Para I don't need to be super precise about it, and super natural lang kasi tignan mo nude. So this is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Up All Night. I'm applying it to my lips and parang wala lang siya. I can barely see it. The reason I use a liquid lipstick is the pigmentation is a lot stronger than a lipstick. And because I use a lip balm under, it's not too drying on me. There, super natural lang. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing how I do my everyday makeup look with my everyday items. I don't even use brushes. And you can do it too. Yeah, that's all. Bye! See you tomorrow.